Thank you for the call. Welcome back, everybody, or if you are new here, welcome to the Jaran Gerber channel. I'm Jaran Gerber, your host, and today we're going to react to the 5 overtakes of Michael Schumacher during his Grand Prix racing. Now, before we start, I would encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel. Check out my social media in the description below to get access to my full uncut content. Please visit my Patreon, also in the links below. And let's get to the video. Enjoy.
Hole station, now positioning himself. He doesn't want to overrun Montoya. He wants to be able to pick up the throttle, drive the car through 15, and also maintain that momentum through 16, so he can get onto the rear of the car, and therefore as they come down into turn 1 at the end of the pit straight to ensure that he's got a chance to pass. He's closing, but again Montoya defends down the inside. Michael can do nothing this time again.
But again, Montoya loses speed in the middle part, and here comes Michael. Michael gets back into Montoya, and Schumacher retakes the lead. A round of applause from the Ferrari mechanics. But these two guys are really racing. This is what motor racing's about, wheel to wheel, giving each other just enough room, making tiny mistakes, trying to take advantage, and Schumacher and Montoya, this is what it's all about.
Well, that is total brilliance from Michael Schumacher. He knew that he forced Montoya into turn 1 to brake late, to not then have the ideal entry to the corner. He's probably off the throttle too long. Michael cut back to the right and just drove around him with about another 5 or 6 miles an hour advantage. Now Raikkonen's going to give a lot of heat to Juan Pablo Montoya.
Yeah, but look at Michael. He's really beginning to pull away. He's definitely got the speed advantage here. And now that he's managed to get past, he is flying as he begins to pull out.
So Montoya on the
I
brakes
love
very late.
Ferrari and
down,
McLaren Mercedes.
Michael sees that, reads it. He just pulls over to the right and just drives around the outside. Thank you, Juan Pablo. I thought you were smarter than you are.
Well, that was fantastic, but you can't say that...
Schumacher's looking over at Montoya. He's watching him. I bet you he's laughing his head off on that helmet.
I bet he is indeed, but he didn't... Neither of them...
Pits are getting ready to bring somebody in. Is it Michael Schumacher? I guess it's more likely to be Schumacher than Barrichello, because Barrichello is all by himself, but it may well be the Brazilian.
Barrichello is in the pits. He's out of that picture. Look, he should be in the back of that shot we just saw. So Barrichello will be coming into the pit lane, and look at the toe that Michael Schumacher's got this side. Yes. Coulthard goes to cover the line. Schumacher goes down the outside, and they just about touch. And once again, oh,
yes, fantastic, and the crowd has gone berserk. They might well be Italians.
Yeah, that was a fantastic, but very smart move.
And my gosh, they go. Now, I bet Coulthard will move over and let Hakkinen through. Yes, that's exactly what he's done. He's done his job as best he could, knowing that he's under investigation. He's held Schumacher up as long as he has, that could. The German has fought past him brilliantly. Hakkinen has taken over the attack now, and I'm expecting Coulthard, if the stewards say thumbs down, to be in shortly.
Yes, it was very, very brave by Michael Schumacher, and I have to say, Coulthard making life as difficult as he could, and then played it fair. It would have been awful if Coulthard had bumped Schumacher out of there. It would not be the correct thing to do. That's not the sort of thing David would do, but he sure is going to make it as hard as he can. And Schumacher putting an enormous amount of faith in David Coulthard there with his championship chances. Incredible. Look at this. Squeezes Coulthard across the curb. They must have touched. That was so close.
Oh, now the 16th lap. David Coulthard, of course, has already done so, and it's getting very close to push and shove for Michael Schumacher as the back of the McLaren steps out, just a whisker, going through the Rettifilio, round the Grand Curve, and they go round the Grand Curve at a terrific speed.
Well, we now know. Ooh,
bang! What was
Coulthard.
That's
Coulthard blowing up.
David Coulthard out of the race. Now, if that's happened to him, it's academic now. What strategy? Schumacher's going for the lead in the Rosia, and he right up alongside, and he's going through. Fantastic! Hakkinen fights back. This is magnificent.
Whoa!
The lead changes twice in about 400 yards, and Michael Schumacher leads the Italian Grand Prix. David Coulthard is out of it. His
Raikkonen's camera, you assume he's got that on his... I think he lifted in all of that smoke of his teammates' blower more than Michael Schumacher did, took his eye off the ball slightly, gave Häkkinen a run at him. He suddenly realised that into the second chicane, tried to defend the line, went wide, and Michael said, thank you very much, I'll have plenty of that. And look at Eddie Irvine in the background as well, and just to add to the agony.
And just listen, when they go past, listen to the Tifosi. There they are. They won't know. And there is David Coulthard trying to look inside. He's going to take the steering wheel off the car. And there is the Ferrari pit. And Michael Schumacher, for the first time, leads across the line. The scarlet flags wave. The Tifosi are overjoyed. Michael Schumacher leads for Ferrari in Italy.
So this is the final Grand Prix of Michael Schumacher's career. He's going out fighting, he's racing with Raikkonen, who's trying to block him into turn one. Schumacher's having none of it. They're side by side. Don't collide, guys, please don't collide. Raikkonen gives him room. Schumacher is through. The crowd go bananas. And that says everything you need to know about Michael Schumacher's spirit.
Raikkonen gave him just about the width of a Ferrari, and he decided to take it. Super brave stuff there from Michael Schumacher. Raikkonen thought he got that one covered off and was getting ready to take the corner. And Michael said, okay, I've still got enough space. And there's so much grip down there on the inside of turn one, always has been. Michael knows that as well as anybody. And Kimi released him a little bit too early, realised he'd made the mistake, tried to squeeze him back one more time, but Schumacher takes the position. They're now 5.5 seconds adrift.
Now we're with Michael Schumacher. This is lap 65. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. And Schumacher... Yes! Michael Schumacher takes the lead in the Grand Prix of Europe, and the Benetton team go berserk with delight. Now I think he will pull away from Jean Alesi, who will feel deflated, bitterly disappointed and enormously impressed. The psychological pressure, I think, will get to the Ferrari driver. Indeed, it has done so already. And Michael Schumacher has got this lap and the next one to go between himself and the checkered flag for a glorious 7th win this year.
What a brilliant outbraking manoeuvre by Michael Schumacher around the outside of Jean Alesi. Both those cars teetering on the absolute limit as they brake from 185 miles an hour right down to 50 miles an hour for that chicane. But great credit to both drivers. Let's have another look. Alesi doing everything he possibly can right up the inside. He's not going to give that place up, but it's good, fantastic, in fact, clean racing.
So those were the top 5 overtakes by Michael Schumacher in Grand Prix racing. I really enjoyed it. My 2 top favorites, even though every single one is brilliant, is when he raced for the Benetton team, overtaking David Coulthard and Jean Pablo Montoya. Anyway, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my social media description below to get access to my full uncut content. Please visit my Patreon, also links below. If you want me to react to any other videos, please leave a comment down below. You know where to reach me. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.